Okay, ready to rock and roll? Let's. I'm going to call to order the meeting of the Public Works and Sustainability Committee for May 11th, 2026. All members are present, as is Councilman Bixenstein. First order of business is to consider approving the minutes from the March 9, 2026 meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
To approve. Moved. Is there a second? All. Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and the ayes have it. Thank you. Our other item of business, or only other item of business, is proposed ordinance 25-2026 to authorize and direct the mayor to enter into an agreement with, once again, with Help Foundation Incorporated for the operation of food concessions at Lakewood Park and Madison Park. It's on second reading already, and so we'd be in a position to potentially report out to the full council favorably and then have council adopt at the next meeting. It's a simple, the ordinance itself is a simple proposal to allow the mayor to execute the contract, and then Exhibit A attached to the ordinance has the details of the contract, and that's what we wanted to review today. So without objection, committee members, let's hear from the administration. Director Mahoney and Director Vargo are here, and then of course the Help Foundation leadership is here as well. Director Mahoney.
Hello. So we put an RFP out, it was a while ago, and we had two people that had submitted proposals, Help and one other vendor, and Help was the successful winner of the bid, I guess you'd say. And basically that's all I know.
Yeah, what was the basis of the RFP? Was it like for a nonprofit operator, or?
It was not. It was just general. Last year we had reopened the Madison concession, and we had a for-profit operator in there. Madison had been closed for a while. That was a test run, and we wanted to put both together for this year. And so, yeah, we just took proposals, and like I said, there was two people that had proposed. And then we had a meeting with myself, Kurt Mate from Parks, Michelle Nocta from Planning. I might be forgetting someone. I think that was it. And we evaluated the proposals, and Help was the successful proposal.
What were the kind of conditions or?
It was just the completeness of the proposal, and just, also the experience that Help has had, at Foster Pool was, and their mission. So those were the deciding factors.
Yeah, and I assume this person here is from Help?
Yes, I am.
Hi. And you guys, so as a, customer of the pool, I think you guys have done a good job of operating the concession facility there. What's kind of, and I can read what is in the permit and the lease. Seems to be a lot of discretion of the mayor, kind of like back and forth as the hours, and could you kind of explain your guys' philosophy and kind of like what you'd like to provide, what services you'd like to provide at these locations?
Sure, absolutely. So Help is a legacy provider in Cuyahoga County, so we provide services to adults and youth with disabilities, and we provide the full scope of services, residential, adult day, vocational, employment, and transportation. And so this service, rolls up under our Help Harvest model, which is vocational services for individuals with disabilities. And this will be our 8th season under Help operating Foster Pool, and we're super excited and grateful for the opportunity to operate Beck's Pool as well. And this operates as a summer youth work experience site for individuals that we serve. It's youth services. We partner with Opportunities for Ohioans with Disabilities to provide this service. So it's local youth who are interested in developing skills needed to work in the community someday. So they're paid. It's paid training for them. And again, it's just to build those skills that they need to eventually work in the community independently.
And are both operations going to be similar in the sense, I think it's like hot dog, nachos?
Yes, exactly.
Popsicles.
Exactly. So we'll have, over the past 2 years, we partnered with Hershey's Ice Cream. So we will have Hershey's Ice Cream, we'll have slushies, hot dogs, nachos, pretzels, candy bars were our biggest seller last year. But we sold over 3,500 hot dogs. So yes, those will definitely be back. Absolutely.
And these spaces, I assume there's no like vent hood. It's kind of all rollers and
exactly.
freezers and
Yeah, we will
and
have some Help Harvest items that we produce in our kitchen here in Lakewood. So there will be some sandwiches, wraps, things like that. But mostly, yes, we will have just the warm food would be our nachos and our hot dogs.
Yeah, and is there any? This is almost me more as a community member. Like I've gotten the turkey wrap and it was good, but it's only available sometimes. Like, what's your?
He's got several thoughts about the mustard, please.
No, I'm just curious. I'm just curious as
Sure.
to like from a community standpoint, like, can the community expect those things to be there all the time, or is there like certain schedules where they come
Well,
in?
we just try to kind of base it on sales. So if something's doing well, we will carry it regularly. But if something's just sitting and going to waste, we monitor that. So it's just based on sales. Like we at one point had hummus bowls there, and those just weren't selling, so we stopped offering them. But if something's selling, like our chicken salad usually does pretty well, our turkey wraps do well, we will carry those regularly.
Great. And then the next question, and I apologize for not putting time. For the law department, this agreement looks a little different than the last one. Can you explain the differences and kind of how we went away or how we approached it differently?
Councilman, I can't go through the specifics. Ms. Swallow handled this, but we started with the former help agreement. I know that much. So in substance, it should be the same. There are a lot of terms that are in here as standard that usually do not come into play. But it's based off the former help agreement, and I don't know how it differs specifically.
Great. Well, I'm certainly willing to support this. I know Help's a great organization. Are you guys in the Cleveland Foundation new building?
We are, yeah. So we operate Susanna's Cafe by Help Harvest. So that is the cafe. So the full Help Harvest model starts in Euclid. We have a hydroponic greenhouse where individuals receive vocational training. So they grow, seed, harvest all the produce. That is then brought here to Lakewood into the Help Harvest kitchen. Again, vocational paid training for individuals where they prepare and package the food. And then that food is then transferred over to the cafe. So they have that kind of full scope of learning. And they also train in our cafe, selling, money handling, customer service skills as well. So, yeah.
Well, my wife's an employee there, and you get a lot of our money.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
So I fully support this. And I guess from the city's perspective, too, we did just a 1 year. Are we intending to go out again next year? Or do we have the option under the RFP to like just extend, or what's the thought there?
We have the option to extend after this coming season.
Thank you.
A couple things. Mr. Evans wants to say a point or two. I think what would be great, directors, would be to get Help Inc.'s proposal. That probably has a lot of the answers to the questions that we might have here. So the helpful contract terms here define a lot of the relationship between the city and the lessee. But I think I'll hold my question until after Councilman Evans, but I think what we're, in the spirit of Councilman Baker's questions I agree with. What we're asking is, what will the experience be for community members? It's important. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for being here. Mr. Evans.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, I just want to say I admire the mission of HELP. I love the fact that we have we'll potentially have a mission-based provider for these jobs, and if anything, I would like the city to amplify that message more, find ways to help tell your story and how we're working together on this, because I think it's just a great collaboration, so I'm very supportive. Thanks.
Thank you.
Councilman Bixenstein.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for being here, and I echo the sentiments about having a mission-based effort here for concessions. I don't really have it's more just a comment, but as someone who's really familiar with Bexpool and Madison Park and really excited to have your organization have a home there, one day that's going to be a little interesting is for about 20 Wednesdays this summer, there will be a farmer's market.
Yes, we participate in that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so
you're
North Union
familiar.
Farmers Market.
I really just bring it up mostly because the proximity to the concessions, and
Absolutely.
and I realize there's a real opportunity here to complement one another, because the farmers market primarily produce and some higher end goods, but not really items that would interfere with a concession stand. So I foresee a scenario where folks enjoy the farmers market and then come grab snacks over at your concessions as well.
Absolutely. No, our first year participating in the North Union Farmers Market was last year, and it was such a wonderful experience for us to be able to share our mission with the community, but also have direct sales of our produce into the community. So it was a great experience, and we're looking forward to being able to be in both places.
So glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'll ask a few more questions. I had some fun with Councilman Baker's question about the menu, but I agree with it. So for the menu, of course, it makes sense to sell what sells. Are you open to continued improvement, expansion, experimentation about what might work? Because I remember we were keen on healthy options, and then the word came back, people weren't buying the healthy option. That may be because it's middle school kids who want licorice ropes and candy bars, but
You don't want them?
well, I do want them. I just buy them less these days, a little bit less. So, within your discretion, are you open to trying to continue to sell new and different things without losing your shirt?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, absolutely. And we found, honestly, the individuals who purchased our turkey sandwiches and our chicken salad sandwiches were the lifeguards. So they were always very receptive and supportive of that. So lifeguards and the mothers, of course. But yeah, we will continue as we have weekly specials roll out at Susanna's Cafe by Help Harvest. We will also try them at the concessions as well. So,
Okay, that's
for
great
sure.
to hear. Thank you. A couple of quick other rapid-fire questions. I guess I'll start with the help questions. So are you open to or considering serving the concert days and the movie nights that are there off hours? I think at one point we were, and then that got scaled back.
I would love to learn more about it, absolutely, and we could definitely figure out a way. I mean, we're there Sunday through Saturday, 12 to 8. So
Okay.
if there's extended periods based on just different events, as long as we have the schedule in advance, we could definitely try to make that work.
Okay. There's, how many is there? 6 or 10 Friday night family movies on the lawn, and it would not be at the, I think at the time there was talk of a cart that could go potentially over there. So there's some logistics to consider. But I think it would be great to look at that again. And so there's Friday night, and then there's Sunday afternoon or early evening concerts.
Okay.
Kind of again in the same neck of the woods at the park. There's a band shell there, and those are programs that have a following for years and years and years. And so if there's, it would be pleasant, and it would be another sales potential. And really, I think we're thinking of it as service and continuing to enhance that wonderful Lakewood Park. How has the experience at Madison Park gone to date, or are we contemplating the first year? I didn't hear that.
So last year, I'm not quite sure how long it had sat idle, but I believe that and I can't think of their name, but the company that had the lease last summer was interested enough, and they were the ones that applied for this year. So I'm assuming it ran okay. We didn't get any financials from them.
Okay, so is HELP going to be staffing Madison Beck's pool?
Both. We wanted
great.
to combine to have
So-
one operator.
So your experience will be for the first time at Beck's this coming year?
Exactly,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
This will be our first time.
Thank you for clarifying that. And then hours, you kind of addressed that. I think you said Sunday through Saturday, 8 to,
12 to, they start at 12, that's when open pool starts. So we open our windows at 1 o'clock. So they're prepping from 12 to 1, and then they're there open to 1 to 8.
okay. And then the windows also go to the playground side.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's important too.
Yes.
Quite a big deal, actually, to be able to get, somebody a snack if you have little kids. All right, and then for the city, the amount of the contract, what, I don't see that stated here. I'm sure that's in an appropriations ordinance somewhere, but I don't recall.
It's zero, just
Okay.
allowing them to use the facility.
Okay.
They're responsible for the utilities and all that. It's just a zero cost.
Okay. Okay, and
equipment.
is that sustainable from your perspective? Okay,
Yes, it is. Yeah, and we're also responsible for any equipment that is used in the concession stand as well.
okay. So far, for your vocational employees, has it been a good experience?
Yes, it has. Yeah,
Okay.
it's been great experience for individuals, for
Okay.
sure.
So it's a good partnership, in other words, then we've got a well-managed source of staffing and personnel and scheduling and coordination. That's a big administrative feat you're providing, and then it's separate from the city, so that I think is a good partnership. Any other questions, council members? Mr. Baker?
Yeah, to your point, if the finance department or law could send the two proposals, I think that'd be really helpful, but I'm comfortable favorably referring this out of committee. I think HELP does a great job. I think if we can get great services for the community and then also help train folks in job readiness, compliant with the nonprofit mission, I think that's good.
And Councilman Bixenstein made an excellent point. Let's, this is not law department or finance department, but I know the city as a communications officer. I mean, we could feature the mission-based nature of HELP as a partner for quite some years in Lakewood Park, now expanding in Madison Park. That's a good story to tell. Maybe it'll boost your sales too, and
That would be great.
all that kind of stuff. So,
Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Vargo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just following up on Councilman Baker's question. The term of this lease extends to through April of 2027, but by its terms, the parties can negotiate an extension. So this allows the parties to do this outside of the bid. We'll just renegotiate. The cancellation rights for both parties are very broad. If one of the two entities or both decide to terminate, then we'll look to rebid. But hopefully, we continue with this many-year relationship. And I will tell you, this is to your comments, Mr. Chair. Each year when the concession lease would be expiring, HELP was very astute in contacting the law department about renewal, about meeting deadlines. So they're very energized to work with Lakewood, and that's it's very good to know from a legal standpoint. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'd like to entertain a motion to recommend.
I will make a motion to favorably refer ordinance 2026 to full council.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, everybody. Without objection, we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.